Houston, we have a problem.
Mayday. For the second time in a year, our awning has failed us. Our awning motor quit rolling in, and of course it left us in the out position at our last campground that we were staying at. So you might be a redneck if you have zip ties holding your awning back together. We were able to get it back up into the folded position and started trying to source a part. That became a fiasco all in of itself.
Oh, yeah.
$350 for this stinking motor. Yeah, it was $350. Absolutely really good. We were able to finally find one. And of course, us being in Florida, right in the middle of all of these RV dealerships and everything going on, the Tampa RV show is about to happen. Guess what? Nobody's got one. The closest one that we could get and the quickest that we could get is coming from Goshen, Indiana. So at our last campground, we ordered it. They promised it would be there in just a couple of days. Thanks to the United States Postal Service, they pushed it off to Saturday. We left on Saturday. So now fast forward, and today is Tuesday. We're an hour away, and our part has come in.
Arrived.
We got a call last night saying that we had a package there, so guess we're going to go for a ride, and then this afternoon I'll take y'all along for the ride as we attempt to fix this awning and get it back going again.
Yep.
Mama needs her shades.
Mama needs shade.
Have our package here at this place. They charge $5 for a package unless it's medical or an RV part, so didn't have to pay for it, but we finally got it. Now we'll get back and open it up and hope it's the right part. We made it back. About to open the box here. See if I can get you pointed down at it. Let's find out if we got the right part. That'll determine what happens the rest of the day today, I suppose. They even sent me a message, packed with love. And yes, we have the right motor. This is what we needed. Wanted to take a minute right here in the video and remind everybody that we are not professionals at this. This is a how we have chosen to do this, not a how you should do this. If there's any questions, please consult a professional. Get professional help. Don't get yourself in trouble. Along that lines, I'm about to talk about here in the video some zip ties on the arms. Please be very careful and ensure that those zip ties are in place, because once you take this awning apart, those arms will spring out and could possibly hurt you or someone else or damage your RV. So please be very careful with that part of the video. Now, back to the video. Alright, so I am fortunate enough that I'm able to back my truck in here right up close. And what I have done, and I'll show you in a minute, is taking my zip ties and extended out my awning a little bit, because this right here is the motor that I got to replace, but we're going to replace that from the top. Yeah, so I have put these zip ties on here. See if I can get you a better angle. See, I've got a little space in here behind it. You want a little working space up here at the top when we get up. There's a bolt that goes right here, and I went ahead and took this one out. We'll get the other one from up top when we get up on top of the roof. What we'll do is take the awning and lay it up on top of the roof, and that's where we'll do our work at. So we'll be real careful doing this. If you're afraid of heights, you might hire a professional. We'll get it done here in a minute. You will need a hand to put it back together, but not right away. All right, so the way I do this is I've got me a bucket. I've got some 550 cord, tie me a little loop on each side of it. Climb up the ladder, pull the bucket up to me on there. So that way it just makes life a little bit easier. I've got a bucket up there. Donna can hand me tools, put it in the bucket, and let it up and down without risking dropping things, breaking my tools, or tearing up the roof. All right, so we're up in the sky again. One of the things that I want to talk about a little bit is our motor seems to work fine as the gears in it have stripped out, obviously, or something along that lines, because the motor will spin, but it won't let the awning in or out if once you put pressure on it. So all right, so now I've got it pulled up, laid out here on top of the RV. It's not that bad. Took a little bit to get the motor in loose. Should have pulled it loose first. But now we're ready to start doing the install and getting the old one off and putting the new one on. So this is what we take apart. This is how it comes off. And this comes off of this piece right here. Slides right off once you get the rivets taken out of place. And the next step, we got to have this black collar that goes on the end right here. This is what actually helps turn it. There's a couple of locking tabs right here. We'll take a pair of pliers, pinch those in, and put that on the new motor, and then pop rivet it all back together. And really, other than that, it's almost done. That's the biggest part of the job, is drilling out these holes. And ta-da, it's all back together again. So now all we got to do, slide this back together, line up our holes again right there, put our pipe rivets back in, and we're good to go. So hang on just a minute. I don't have another hand to do this with, so I'm gonna have to shut you off. Just like that. That's one pipe rivet. Okay, it's all pop riveted back together. Everything's back like it's supposed to be. Now all we gotta do is stick it back into the arms, put the bolts back in it, and we'll let it out and back in a couple of times, make sure it works. But so far so good. Put the covers back on the end of it. I'll show you that in a minute. Of course, I would turn the camera on and the air conditioner fired up. So what we did, Donna came out and kind of balanced it for me. We have a dolphin tail, and I'll show you a picture of that. Balanced it on the middle and literally just got on my hands and knees and stuck it back in the slots, put the bolts back in place, and I'll show you where they're at. There's only 2 bolts that really hold it up there and keep it from popping out. Now I'll go down below and we'll hook the wires back up to it, cut the zip ties, give it a push, see what happens. So here's our wire connectors. They go together. Put this together. I can do it one-handed. Right. All right, so these are the covers. They've got a little button right here on the end. It's a plastic push button. They snap back into place. Make sure they're on there good and tight. Should be good to go. So now, we have ran it in and out a couple of times. Hope it don't break again. There again, did talk to Dometic about this problem. The people at Dometic were really helpful. They looked up my numbers. I gave them everything. They said that these motors are 9200 series awnings are bad to go out like this, and that the motors have got a 1-year warranty on it. So she said that if I take it back to any Dometic warranty place that does Dometic work, that we could either get the motor replaced or whatever. So now that I've already bought I'm gonna put one in the toolkit to have on hand for next time. Maybe we won't have to do it, but considering the track record that this is 2 times in 8 months that we've had to do this, to no fault of our own, because we're not doing anything to this thing. We're extremely cautious with this awning. We'll just have to see how that goes. Now, granted, folks, this may be a little bit bigger project than you're willing to take on, but kind of the point of the thing is to show you that it can be done. If you've got any kind of sense about you at all, mechanical sense, it's really not that hard. There's 3 rivets and 2 bolts. It's just getting up high enough to be able to deal with it on there. So, like I said, our motor still works. The motor itself spins. I think something's wrong with the gears in it because it just spins. And when you put it under a load, it quits working. We really appreciate y'all watching, keeping up with us. Be sure and hit that subscribe button. Surprisingly enough, 70% of the people that watch our stuff are not subscribed to the channel. So make it a point, take the time, hit that subscribe button. If you like what we're doing, hit that like button, and we'll see you next time.